Did I ever tell you how I got my first school? From a tie hacker? Rural schools were political in getting you had to go get your own school. There was three board members in each school district, and they hired you according to maybe whether they liked you or not, whether they knew your father, or for a lot of reasons other than whether you was a good school teacher or not. Because I just graduated from high school when I first went out and made this application. I'd taken the state teacher's exam right out of high school, and I had a good friend, Hubert Wright, that lived down in the Horner School District down on Rocky, and he was a school board member, and I thought my chances might be pretty good, so I went down to talk to Hubert. So he said, well, said Everett Williams is the other director, but said, no, he'll be for a certain teacher. I don't remember who it was, but said, there's one elected every year, and said, we'll have to put in a new board member that'll be for you. It's the only chance you have of getting this school. I said, well, Elvie Norris is a good friend of mine. He's a fox hunter, and I was a fox hunter, and my dad was. So I went and talked to Elvie. He said, yeah, I'll serve and be for you. So it was left up to me then to go around over the community and see the people and get them to come to the election and put Elvie Norris in. And of course, when I started the campaign, the other teachers started campaigning for a director to get elected. It would be for them to go with Everett Williams. And I was riding a good saddle horse, and I could make the community pretty easy. And I went to one fellow's house to see him, to get him to come and vote, and this was running right up to the night of the election, and it was going to be the next day, and it looked awful close, and I couldn't find this fellow, and someone told me he was back in over on Lead Springs Holler, hacking ties, and camped over there. He'd been over there all winter. So I went over and found him that night, and he was there at his tent. He had about 6 children. This was around this, just a canvas tent. He'd been there all winter, hacking ties, and I asked him if he'd come over to the meeting, election next day, and he said, no. I said, I can't do this. I said, I've got 6 kids here to make a living for. He said, I have to work every day to make a living. And I said, well, what are you making a day? And he said, well, I've already got the tie sticks cut, and my woman and I cut them yesterday, and he said, we're going to hack them out tomorrow, I will, and said, I can hack about 15 ties in a day's time, and I get 10 cents a stick for them. And he said, that's $1.50. Well, I don't know where I got the $1.50, but I did have one, and I said, well, now, Oliver, if you come and vote, you and your wife, I'll pay you for a day's work. And he said, well, I'd sure rather come to and vote as to hack ties today, and he did. Well, the next day, they put him in as chairman of the meeting, the election, and chairman don't get a vote. And I thought, well, I wasted $1.50. So, but he come up, and that vote was tied. And Oliver had to untie the vote. He voted for Elvie Norris, and I got my first school that way. And there was 46 people enrolled that first day, and I was a few of them older than I was. And through the year, I used to laugh that Salem would come there or something. About the only way they could tell, the teacher from the students, since some of them was older than me, I had shoes on.